Yo, what up, team? Tonight we're doing macros and binds guide. Also due to popular demand, because for some reason people want to know my binds and also macros. But I don't have all of them, so maybe we can do this together. So I'm gonna start with what I have and move from there. So first one is a sap macro, which is normal, the same as the previous guide. Nothing changed here. A focus kick macro, nothing changed there. A blind macro, nothing changed there. Now, this is just a show tooltip. If you don't know what the show tooltip macro is, it's basically a macro that shows us something else than what it does. In this case, it shows us vanish, and it actually uses Gormo's bite, which is the weapon. Anyways, there's that. We have an empty one because reasons. This is my stealth macro that just hides UI errors, so you don't see, let's say, there's nothing to attack, and I press it, and now we no longer get those errors. Neat. So now it doesn't eviscerate. The shadow step. I'm just gonna go through the show tooltips because it's pointless. I don't even know what that is. Oh yeah, that's the target of target. You know how there's like a, if you target something and they target something, you see that their target right here, but it's somewhere under here, so it covers the buffs, and this kind of moves it a little bit so it doesn't cover the debuffs, so you can see everything just fine. Yeah, that's what it does. Mouse over shadow step. I have to change the tooltips of all of these. I guess I can keep smoke bomb if I ever decide to use smoke bomb. But some of those are just a mess. Look at my bars. Oh well. That's a focus kidney with the stopwatch. I get that a lot. How do I make this stopwatch? It's like this. This is how you make it. Stopwatch 25 and stopwatch play. You can make it whatever you want. And it's gonna count down from it. This is just a DR. Actually, you can do 24. But yeah. I guess that kind of accounts for lag a little bit. Focus shallow step. There's that. Don't know. Oh, is that a... Does that hide my binds? Oh yeah, it hides my binds. That's okay, that's a chip shot. A focus chip shot. A kidney shot macro that also activates the timer. This moves the arena frames. You have to do it in arena, it doesn't work outside arena. And it depends, I guess it depends on resolution and where do you want to put them. Those are those numbers. Honestly, I kind of figured them out. Whenever I first copied this macro, it was different numbers, so I just trial and error different values just to put them where I want to. That I don't remember which one is which. This is probably... This is the same number, so I guess this is this way, horizontally, and this is vertically. Another empty one. No idea. I guess it's something with the combat text, because I see combat text, but I don't know what it does. Healthstone. Mouse over Shadow Strike. Just to make it easier to escape in Battlegrounds and World PvP, because you can't always click on everything so fast. Instead of point and click, you can just point and teleport everywhere. That's a cancel or a Shadow Dance, which is, I guess, no longer needed. That I tried, but it doesn't actually work. You can't cancel or a Shadow Dance. This is back in alpha when you couldn't vanish while you had Shadow Dance up. It was kind of problematic, but that's no longer the case, so it's another useless macro. And this is a focus shell strike kick macro, because that's actually not bad, I guess. It's pretty useful. And I have... this is pointless. Both of those spells no longer exist. This is the same macro as before to move the arena frames. This is pointless because we no longer have Gouge Saroti. I guess it's still good if you play Outlaw. No longer Slicing Dicing Girl, so that's also useless. Man, that makes me so sad. Well, how many macros I used to have? Focus Corrode, well, that no longer exists. Well, I guess you do have it as Assassination. Okay, that's pointless. Pointless again. Pointless. And a bunch of show 2 tip macros. And that's all we know on oh shit button, which no longer works, I guess, because you can't use trinkets in arena. That would just use everything I have to survive to give me some health. 13, that's slot, this is 13. I guess. I should probably just use it. Actually no. Mouse over cheap shot, that I don't use. This macro is from back. Do you remember in Mist of Pandaria where you had the talent that teleported you everywhere? I can't recall the name. So it was pretty cool to just cheap shot the whole team just with your mouse overing the arena frames. So those are the macros. They're kind of really simple. I used to have so many macros. My other macro video is like 20 minutes long, and this one is going to be 10 minutes. They removed every ability in the game, which is, I don't know, I guess having all of your abilities to macros is kind of stupid. Oh well. It's fine. And now for the bind, just reload. 1, that's nothing. Oh, it's actually sap. Now people tell me or ask me how to do, because Shallow Dance doesn't switch bars anymore. So people want like some sort of a bar moving thingy magic or whatever. I don't have that. I never had that problem because my abilities, my bars were always the same, even though it, like in WoD, it will switch the bars. It's gonna switch to the exact same bar because I have backstab here and I have ambush here, so it doesn't really matter what this bar is. I have the same abilities. So here is my actual sap macro, which is this, even though I'm not in stealth. And in stealth, I will have the same one. They're just the same bars. There's no difference. So that's one way to get over having Shallow Dance not getting a new action bar. This is a Shallow Strike. It's the same one as the stealth one. This is Eviscerate that looks like Kidney Shot. This is nothing actually. Well, it's Cheap Shot that looks like Kick. This is Evasion. This is Vanish. This is nothing. Well, it's DFA when I use DFA. I don't even know what that bind that is. Oh, it's Shift 2. That's Feint. Now, I removed Feint because I found myself spamming it a lot. Like pressing it because of, you know, WoD, where every second global is Feint. But in Legion, not only am I not playing with the Feint talent, it also takes a lot of energy and time from your Shallow Dance. And I have the muscle memory of pressing Feint and I can't stop doing it, so I just unbound it. And maybe later in the expansion I will rebind it because it's actually useful to have the AoE effect, like against Blade Storm and some fire abilities. But for now it's an empty bind. Just imagine it's Feint. That's a sprint. That's a focus Shallow Strike kick macro, the nifty one I showed you earlier. That's a Fan of Knives. Oh, I'm sorry, Shuriken Storm. Enveloping shadows when I play with it, which is never, because it costs too much energy. Also, it's too slow. That's a blind. That's called for blood or any special ability I want to use. Yes, E. It used to be prep, but RIP prep. This is kidney shot. This is focus kick. MI, that's middle button click. It's shadow step. V, that's Gormo's bite, or like the weapon ability. That's on V. T is trinket. Shift 3 is sap, which can also be used. Like it's on the upper bar, so it doesn't matter what state I'm in. That's stealth. Shift 4. S is backstab. No, I don't have a Shadow Strike backstab macro. I never had. Because at some point I used to have one, like back in, I guess, TBC Wrath. It was the same one, like in stealth it was ambush, out of stealth was backstab, but in kata there was a point where backstab was doing more damage than ambush. So I found myself pressing backstab while shadow dancing and using shadow dance only for cheap shot. So I needed a bind for backstab that's out of the stealth bar, and that's how it happened. Where am I? Oh, shift 5, that's a rupture. Oh, Nightblade. We have to get the new name straight. Did I get it right, actually? Oh, it is Nightblade. Look at me. And Cloak of Shadows. This button is next to 1. This little dot, that's the... what is it? Tilde? The button next to 1, that's it. Shift E, that's kick. That's a terrible bind for kick, by the way. You shouldn't bind your kick to any modifier. Like in my case, Shift E. So I will probably have to move it because it's honestly terrible. But at this point, where the fuck do I put it? Maybe B. I don't know. B is also terrible. You need something strong. It needs to be like Q, 1, 3, E, R, something that's close to your middle finger. Or the finger you're holding for walking, running. Yeah, Shift E is kind of terrible. Maybe only E, and I can make Shift E Cold Blood. We'll see. This is the ratio. This is mouse wheel up. MO dot dot dot. Sounds sinister. It's just mouse wheel up. Which is so stupid because mouse wheel down is also MO dot dot dot. But yeah. S dash, that's shift mouse wheel click. That's symbols of death, which I never actually press because you have Phantom Assassin, so every time you stealth or shadow dance it does it for you. But still I have a separate bind if I go something else, which I don't. Shift R is shadow dance. I don't even know what that bind is. What is that? Oh, Shift F, that's mark for death. If I ever run with it, maybe I should just put it, just leave it there as a placeholder. That's either mouse wheel up or mouse wheel down. Oh no, this is mouse wheel up, so this is mouse wheel down. So this is focus shadow step that looks like shadow blades. I know. Brilliant. Shift B, that's Crimson Vial. That's the same bind that used to be recuperate. So you know, I figured out, you know what? All heals should be Shift B. I know. This is Shift mouse wheel up. That's mouse over Shadow Strike for 1 in 100 when you need it. But when you need it, you'll know. Like, sometimes I would go days and weeks without using it, and there will be this one arena where I need to quickly Shadow Step or Shadow Strike to a totem that's just next to a pillar so I can go behind the pillar. And this one time, it makes it just 1 second or half a second faster and makes the difference considering the cast time of a heal is 1 second. So for 1 in 100, mouse over Shadow Strike. Shift C is focus kidney shot. I guess. I don't know what that is. I'd say for that's smoke bomb. Also a terrible bind. But well, I don't really use smoke bomb much anymore. When I use it, I'll probably put it somewhere else. Maybe B, because it's free. I'll miss slice and dice. What is this? Oh yeah, that's no bind, that's poisons. That's Alt 1, which is my only Alt modifier bind, because I hate Alt. I don't even have any control. Okay, I have one control modifier. Alt 1, that's apparently saltwater potion. Why the fuck not? No binds here. This is well, obviously first aid kit. This is shift the button next to one tilde or whatever the fuck I called it. I don't even know if it's tilde or not. We're just gonna call it tilde until someone corrects me. This is shifty. What the fuck is shifty? Oh yeah, it's shower blades. I'm used to it being focus garrote. Shifty used to be focus garrote, but no longer having garrote, so it's actually not a bad bind because shift R is shadow dance. So if I want to pop both at the same time, like the buttons are next to each other and they're both shift modifiers, so it's not bad. Shift V is distract, which is actually a good bind for such a rare ability. Shift Z is focus cheap shot. The Shift Z, the ultimate bind. I don't know, some people are having trouble with it. I press the ring finger, I guess is what you call it. I press with the ring finger. Shift Z. X is shuriken toss. For every 10 arenas you need to shuriken toss something. Control C. This used to be my nitro boost, or like my belt ability, but in Legion it's open to anything. Well, that's obviously not pot. We can just do this. Yeah, that's right, that's better. Shift X is oh shit macro, which is heal to full, which I no longer use. Let's say it's health stone. And K is my mount. When people keep asking me, why are you clicking mount? Because I want to. I do have a bind for it. I don't use it. It's K. And no, I don't have food bind. Still. I still don't have food bind. I've been clicking it since vanilla. So there's that. Did I miss anything? We went through it. My stealth bar is exactly the same. There's no difference. And we can go through the other specs for people that are playing, I guess, Outlaw and Assassination, you poor bastards. Yeah, I don't have binds, and no, I'm not gonna set them right now. I'm just gonna tell you what's different. Like, here, the artifact weapon is still V. Where is it? Roll the bones? That's where slice and dice used to be, which is B. And in stealth, is shift 1. Yeah. Don't know, that's always been. Killing spree is the same. You think that it's shift R as Shadowdance, but no. It's actually shift middle. And shift R is actually adrenaline rush. I don't know why I decided that. Well, I guess it does make sense. Like, I'd like to put cooldowns that are, you know, specific for a spec, like Shadow Dance on Shift R, Adrenaline Rush on Shift R, and stuff like that. So much easier. What do we have? Something else. Between the eyes, that's a kidney shot, so it goes on a kidney shot. Oh yeah, the pistol shot. Where is it? The pistol shot, that's S. That's basically backstab. So I just put it on S. Wait, am I outlaw? Yeah, I'm outlaw. And did I miss something? Blade for it. This could be Alt 1, whatever. Shift R, Chip Shot, Cloak of Shadows, everything the same, everything's exactly the same. Death from above is Z, we've been over this. Run through is Eviscerate, so everything's the same. That's evasion. Yes, and for assassination... Oh yeah, we have some honor talents. Oh yeah, tricks... For the tricks of the trade, when I used it, I put it on... What do I put it on? I don't know, because Dismantle or Plunder Armor is gonna be E, which is Cold Blood for Subtlety. For Tricks of the Trade, I do need a bind. Also, Tricks of the Trade macro is... I'm gonna write it right now. If you need the Tricks of the Trade macro, is like this. That's gonna apply it on party 1. Or if you want to, you can do like this. And name of the character, let's say Johnny. Tricks of the whatever trade. Let's pretend I typed it correctly. And I did the bracket. I actually did the brackets right, which is pretty impressive. It used to be Shift Middle, but now it's Killing Spree. So, oh yeah, we can do it like Shift 5 because we don't have Rupture or any kind of dot is outlaw, so might as well just put the Tricks of the Trade there. See, thinking. Do you have any other binds that might be useful? Nah, everything else could just be put on E. Alright, now out, or where am I? Assassination. Oh, let me just fetch my dog, he's being rowdy. Kuche! He's being suicidal. Oh. Come here. Okay. Interruption brought to you by Kuche. Now, Growth is B, which is you'll notice that B is it's different for every spec. It's kind of a floating bind that's just filled by whatever I need. We need Exsanguinate, that's actually E, which is also a floating bind. Eternal Bleeding. Do we have any separate binds? Yeah, Hemo is a special ability, so it's on S. Like Backstab or Pistol Shot. In this case, Hemo. Death from Above is, we've been over the Z, and Mark for Death is Shift F. For Honor Talents, all of these are actually non-usable abilities. So I don't use them. Shift is so bad, I didn't even think about thinking of a bind for it. But if I had to, it used to be V, but now it's my weapon. So if I have to use it, it's probably gonna be Shift 1 or something. Actually no, because maybe I want to focus it. Yeah, it's gonna be 1 and Shift 1. So I can do it on my target or off target if I want to. Because I don't have Gouge, which is usually on 1. Do we have any usable abilities? No, that's good. Let's go through the spells. They're all the same. Envenom is an Eviscerate. Exsanguinate. Garrote is B. Shift D is Focus Garrote, which I don't even have macro or I haven't bound it. That's the Focus Garrote. And Shift R is obviously Vendetta. Like Shift R is always my burst cooldown. And that's that. Wait. If I have a dot, and I do have Tricks of the Trade. Oh, I don't have a Tricks of the Trade talent though. So why the fuck would I spec it? It's a PV ability. If you're a PVer, you can click it. And that's that. We did it. I think I didn't miss anything. Dude, these are my binds. Now you know. I don't know why you need to know, but you do. So I think we did pretty fast. It's actually 25 minutes. Wow. Sorry, I didn't mean it to be that long. But yeah, those are. If anything changes, I'll update it again, I guess. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stick to those. I even have 3 binds. We'll see what we do with it. So yeah, enjoy.